Good morning. My name is Ed Johnston, and I'm co-chair of the Capital Campaign. My partner and co-chair, Roxy Mountjoy, and I are honored and extremely excited to be helping with this campaign. My wife, Marge, and I attended our first Sunny Hill service at the Mount Lebanon Recreation Center when this beautiful sanctuary was being built. After 15 minutes, we knew Sunny Hill would be our church home. Today I will be talking about the 2024 Capital Campaign. The previous We Can Be Heroes Capital Campaign to build this sanctuary started 12 years ago in 2012. It was a miracle. 136 pledging units raised $1.8 million cash, and with member loans of $511,000 and a bank loan of $800,000, raised $3.1 million to build this sanctuary. I'd like to acknowledge the people who have been thinking about and pre-planning this project really for several years, since COVID has delayed it. Peg Hart is first on that list. Her architectural and estimating skills and the drawings I will be sharing have been invaluable. Peg is currently out of the country. John Armstrong has worked with Peg from the very beginning. He got a structural engineer to assess our buildings as a volunteer. Both Peg and John had leadership roles in the previous campaign and bring all that knowledge with them. With the upfront work that these folks have done, we are in an excellent position at this point in this project. And guess what? We have not spent one penny of Sunny Hill money. Currently, 3 options have been defined, options A, B, and C, and we have preliminary estimates for them. My personal description of these options are: option A, do the whole job now. Option B, delay part of the whole job. Option C, apply a necessary Band-Aid. Personally, I am a huge fan of option A and will be describing that option. Option A is currently estimated to cost $4.2 million. Some people I talked to after the first service said, that's a huge number. Some people said that's not too bad. So I don't know. Which includes, that $4.2 million includes paying off our current $600,000 bank loan. Again, in my personal opinion, healthy churches are not burdened with debt. Marge and I, fortunately, during our 52 years of marriage, have been able to save some money to give to causes that we feel have a strong impact during our remaining years and after we are gone. So we will be pledging a large gift to this campaign. However, the reality is that to raise $4.2 million and do the whole job now, we will need a substantial number of large gifts. Every gift is important, and I am confident that every member of this congregation wants to and will help as they are able. I am also hoping that members of this congregation who, like Marge and I, and probably at our stage in life, who have the means, will also consider a large gift. Okay, let's talk about option A. This is the architectural drawing for the 2017 new addition. This is what exists right now. On the right side is the new sanctuary where we are gathered. On the left side, shaded, is the area not modified by the 2017 addition that this capital campaign is addressing. The shaded area is still the original home, built 104 years ago in 1919 and 1920. In 1971, the house was purchased and became Sunny Hill Church. Changes were made to make the living room into a sanctuary which is now Fellowship Hall. No changes were made to the foundation or the structure until 1994. In 1994, the back of the sanctuary was extended 18 feet with a new foundation for the new extension. Here's a view of just the area affected by this project. The sanctuary is not included. It shows the option A additions. The brown area will be completely demolished and rebuilt. This demolished area currently includes the kitchen, the dining room on the first floor, the circular stairway down to the basement, and storage rooms, the rainbow room, and the garage in the basement. The first floor rebuild of the brown area will include a new, larger, and modernized kitchen, in addition to Fellowship Hall that will be connected to the existing Fellowship Hall blue area. This new Fellowship Hall will have capacity to seat 220 people at tables. The blue area will not be demolished but renovated. With the foundation support on both sides and a new foundation under its 18-foot extension at the back, the blue area can be renovated rather than demolished to allow long-term use. So the current entryway and current Fellowship Hall will be renovated so it can be used long-term. As I said, the blue area Fellowship Hall will be enlarged by combining it with the new brown area Fellowship Hall. The renovation of the blue areas for both floors will include upgrading HVAC, heating, ventilating, and air conditioning systems to post-COVID standards for air exchange and circulation. There will also be an elevator for handicap access to both floors. This is the basement level for option A. Again, the brown area is a total rebuild. It will contain 3 new classrooms for religious education and, importantly, to allow for adult seminars and classes. There will also be new gender-neutral restrooms in the brown area. This slide shows a new garage and storage building being built across the driveway from the kitchen. So this is a recap. Completely rebuild from the foundation up the oldest building area. It will renovate the Fellowship Hall area for long-term use and the post-COVID HVAC standards. It will renovate 2 existing and add 3 new classrooms for RE and adult use. It will build a new, larger kitchen. It will expand Fellowship Hall to seat 220 at tables. It will add an elevator for handicap access to both floors. It will add gender-neutral restrooms on the basement level. It will build a new garage storage building across the driveway from the kitchen. And it will pay off our current $600,000 mortgage. Just to note, the current mortgage with the favorable interest rate that we got several years ago must be refinanced in early 2027, when the rate will probably not be favorable. I'd like to close by saying briefly why I am so enthusiastic about this campaign. There are 4 primary reasons. First, this church enriches my life, and I believe all the lives of this beloved community. Second, this church teaches our young people to have an open mind, to value love, compassion, and justice, and demonstrates actions for those values. 3, and most important, this church is a force for the values of justice and equality in our society. 4, we have the perfect staff and key people from the Sanctuary Project in place. They have a passion and ability to get this done right now. My father-in-law, Hubert Hub Henderson, who was the beloved pastor of Wallace Memorial Church in Green Tree for 37 years, had a saying, had a saying he used frequently, often jokingly to his kids. Do it right, do it right now. Let's do it right now. Let's make Sunny Hill healthy, a force for good, and able to continue to grow for years to come. Thank you.